Jason, beautiful Saturday morning here at Sandown. Now, tell me there's nothing wrong with the car, because pole position, mate, and you've had some terrible run of luck so far this year. We're really looking forward to a good weekend out of you.
Well, so are we, Peter. It hasn't been behaving very well, this car. So last round, unfortunately, we detonated a couple of cylinders and put a hole in a piston, and then ended up stripping it and putting another set in it. So, yeah, that was pretty disappointing on a new engine, but it seems to be going well again now. But it got hot in that qualifying, so I only really did one, maybe two sort of good laps, and then I had to bring it in. So it seems all right, but we're just a bit very cautious with it, given the issues that we've had, and just making sure we're not damaging it. So we'll go over it, make sure it's okay, but yeah, look, I'm obviously happy with the result, given I thought I'd be like 5th or 6th, so look, I'm pretty happy overall, but just hopefully it's all good.
Well, the 120.31, not a bad time for pole this weekend, mate. 3 races ahead of you. We wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, no, thanks very much, Peter, and just like to thank, I've got a new sponsor now, EDR Engineering and Design, and I'm pretty grateful for all the sponsors, including our good club ones. And hopefully we all have a great, safe weekend.
Tony, race 1 down. Doing really well to start with. A little bit of an off-track excursion, but finished reasonably well.
Yeah, pretty happy. Thought my guys and the team made a reasonably good call just before the race. We put some new boots on, but and it was good. We got a good start. Unfortunately, Nathan had a stall, so he probably might have held up a bit, and I think the weather might have helped my start too. But I couldn't hold Nathan out over Rothman's, and we got a bit of traffic there towards the end, so I thought I might have got back up behind him. It was a bit of a greasy patch at just before turn 2. Went over it a bit hard and thought I'd shorten the racetrack between 2 and 3. And my splitter got caught in the dirt, so I've pretty much done Jim's mowing out of a contract, I think, down at that end. So,
Well, mate, 2 more races to go. How's the car travelling at the moment? Mechanically well?
car's as best it's ever been. The guys at Liam and Grunt Performance are unreal. So we've just sort of done, a little minor tweak will make a big difference. So it's really good. It turns in well. It sits better across the back now. We've just got some shocks that some dampeners in there that can sort of adjust a bit of rebound. So we found that was a huge plus for me in the dry lines. Turn 1 was actually really surprisingly quite dry in that race. But yeah, really happy. I'm sure the guys will get it back together.
Nathan qualified 5th, but race 1, very aggressive. First place, well done.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of the rain. So and especially where it's sort of a combination between wet and dry, which was it's good fun because I always find the track feeds you. The harder you push, the more grip you develop, and so I had an absolute blast out there and a lot better qualifying. The car was a little bit scary to drive, but yeah, you always hope that you tune it up in the right direction, and we did, and we had a great race.
How's the car running for you?
Yeah, that race, it was great. So we'll make a few changes for tomorrow, and and hopefully sort of continue on having a good weekend.
All the best with it.
Oh, thanks, mate. Looking forward to it.
Stephen, Sunday morning, a good qualifying for you, 11th place, and a very respectable 4th place in race 1.
Yes, did very well. The damp certainly helps us with the 4-wheel drives. Gets us off the grid pretty smartly, and had a bit of a gap on the outside there, as you'll see in the video. So for a lot of cars on the grid, everyone gives each other a sporting chance. Mind you, once the race is underway, it seems to be a bit of a different story, and everyone's scrounging for position, but had a good battle with the red Magna, and a little tap in the back, a love tap from him, but all fair racing, all good stuff, and might be a bit more challenging today if we don't get any wet weather. I think to maintain the position might be a bit difficult.
Well, how's the car running for you? You've had a reasonably solid season so far.
Yes, first season this year, but the car's always been a very good, reliable car. We just had a little bit more work done on the motor, which has given us a lot more torque. But now, of course, we have to look at the gearing to get a bit more speed up the straight. So not finished yet, but so far very happy with the car.
Well, mate, 2 races today. Good luck with them.
Thank you very much.
Stuart, race 2 over, 10th place, not too bad.
Yeah, I started 19th and finished 10th. Quite happy with that. Got the HQ right on the line, sitting on the rev limiter in third, so just got him by, I think it was a 0.19 of a second. So pretty good, pretty happy.
The car's looking good. How's it running mechanically for you?
Good. It's pretty, compared to some of the others, it's actually a pretty basic car. Standard Series 3 rear end and all that sort of stuff. But I'm quite happy with it. It's only the 5th round I've ever done in this car, and it's doing very well. We're slowly developing it. My sponsor, IPRA of Motorsport, he does all the suspension for me and the development of that. So yeah, really happy.
Well, mate, another race to go. Hopefully the weather holds up. We wish you the best.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Thanks for our sponsors, all our sponsors, and my friends and family coming down as well. No worries.
Bryce, 2 races down, finished 22nd in race 2, but having some great dices out there.
Yes, there's some really great racing through the corners and down the straights. It's been pretty good like that. The racing in this category it's great, and that's why we compete in it.
Now on to the mechanical issues. You're chasing some gremlins, not quite being able to get full power. Tell me what's the issue?
If I knew exactly, I would have fixed it and would be right. But there's an electrical breakdown somewhere, and we're losing power pretty much everywhere. So it shouldn't make it as hard as it is, but it is. And we'll try and push through and finish the weekend, and then get it ready for Winton.
Well, mate, you've certainly been. I mean, with all the problems you've had, you've certainly been consistent so far this season.
Yeah, we've only DNF one race at Phillip Island when the gearbox fell out, which wasn't great. But the rest of them we've been able to finish, and that's the key to any series is finishing races. So hopefully we can finish the rest of them and see where we end up at the end of the year.
Mate, one more race to go. We wish you the best of luck. Thanks
very much. And I'd like to say thanks to all our sponsors and the improved production category. It's a great place to race.
Paul, leading the under 2 litre championship currently, finishing 20th in race 2. Fairly respectable for you.
Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with the results. Had a few issues with the car. I think I've lost first, so I've got to see if I can start in second and see how the car goes. But apart from that, it's been good. Yesterday was a little bit of an issue. I ended up spinning at turn 1 and ended up back of the field. Worked my way back up to the same spot I started, so I was happy with that. And yeah, hopefully weather holds up for this afternoon.
Well, it certainly turned out a little better today than it was yesterday, but mate, you just got to stay consistent to keep in front of this under 2 litre championship.
That's right. I've just got to have a reliable car that keeps running, and I'll be happy with that.
Well, mate, we wish you the best of luck. One more race to go.
One more race, and let's see if we can finish that one. Take the car home one piece. Thank you for that.
Nathan, interesting weekend, wet, dry, all over the plot shop, but a race win for you in race 3.
Yeah, it was a really up and down weekend. I mean, we qualified well in second, and then got to the grid, and unfortunately, being a little bit wet, just dropped the revs a bit low, I think, or maybe a bit of a miss or something happened. But anyway, we moved forward and then stopped dead and relegated us back to about 20 or something at one stage there, and worked our way back up to 8th, I think, in the first race. So from there, it was sort of a weekend where we had to just keep working back, and race 2 got up to, I think, finished in 6th. After a near incident at the end there, we ran wide on turn 1, gathered it back up, got the 6th, and in the last race got there to 2nd, and obviously something happened with Troy. I'm not sure what happened there, but it's given me a win, so I'll take it.
Well, mate, certainly a great weekend for you, and we wish you all the best, and we look forward to seeing you at the next round.
Awesome. Thanks, Pete. Cheers. Thanks to all the sponsors for making it possible, and thanks to Cascone Autosport for helping me out this week, and I suppose to my company for paying for it. Thanks, Pete.
John, interesting weekend at Sandown, 3 races down and a 6th overall for the weekend for you.
Yeah, pleased with that, Peter. Thanks. A good result for the weekend. Consistent finishes. We qualified 8th, so we've worked our way up from there, and in some company of some real fast cars. So and on a place like Sandown, it's probably not the strength of this car, but more than happy with it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was my next comment was the V6 Magna keeping up with some of the big banger V8s and so on. You should be reasonably proud of the old girl.
Yeah, I'm proud of the work we've done and what we've made out of the car, and yeah, it does certainly fight above its weight. But yeah, no, more than happy, and good, some personal satisfaction for all the hours, not only me but good crew of mates put in. Yeah.
Now, coming or before the round, you had a few front end issues. You've made some changes to the front end. It's obviously working a lot better for you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's been a lot. I can gladly say it's been a lot happier with the tyres and made them live, because Phillip Island virtually cost us another set of tyres, and you can't afford to go doing that. And we sacrificed some setup and thought we'd lose more speed, but we haven't. So yeah, more than happy. We've got a good, consistent car now, and it's still up the sharp end. So
well, we look forward to seeing you at Winton.
Good on you. Thanks, Peter.
Troy, interesting weekend for you. Finished with a round win, but certainly have achieved it in a difficult way.
Yeah, we did it pretty hard way, Pete. We qualified 3rd, which was probably about where we deserved to be, and then got a little bit soft in the rain yesterday afternoon, and only finished 7th, and then managed to claw back to, I can't remember, but to be honest, 2nd for the first race this morning, and then look, the last race then I've been deemed to be wrong at the start when the lights went out, so I cop it on the chin whether I agree or don't agree, but that's their call, and that's the way it is. So yeah, I got a 5-second penalty, which put me back to 3rd. So it is what it is, mate.
Well, 3rd place in the final race gave you a round win by 1 point over Tony Groves, so certainly a great effort there.
Yeah, well, that's great. That's the first I've heard that, so that's great. If we come away with a round win, it sort of takes the bad blood out of my mouth a little bit that I was dumb enough to roll across the start. So next time I'll just go for it and be at turn 1 when the lights go off. I'm only going to get a 5-second penalty anyway. So I kicked myself, but it's just a stupid error, really. So it's you live and learn, and next time its car's got a line locker on it, but there's too many things going on, and I haven't got enough brain powers to hold everything and keep the revs up and do bits and pieces. So we might do a bit of practice in the garage one night and see if we can get it right.
Well, mate, certainly a great effort for you. And coming into this round 3rd in the championship, be interesting to see where you sit after the round.
Yeah, well, the two Nathans, the Robbo had a pretty good weekend, but I saw the other Nathan parked on the side of the road in this morning's race, so I haven't had a chance to catch up with him. But I don't think he started that race, so yeah, not a good weekend for him. But we've all had those, and hopefully we'll be back for Winton. Those two will be pretty strong up there, so we'll have to be on our game to keep up.
Well done, mate. Good weekend.
Thanks, mate.